TGIF, it's the weekend. Because it's Friday. Okay, yeah, I won't even go there. So it's Friday night, and I'm just chilling here by my lonesome. Okay, not really, the kids are here. Alright, so this is Beth with Unearth Your Glow. And last night I did say that I was probably going to end the When Death Rocks Your World series, but I did have a suggestion from a friend. They asked or suggested that I talk about how our friends can... Hi, Mom. My mom's here too, so, well, not here. Anyways, they suggested that I kind of touch base on how the friends of a grieving individual can not cope, but help. Just kind of some ideas for them. So that's what we're going to talk about tonight. It's hard, obviously, for the grieving person, but we don't always necessarily think about what the friends need to go through as well. They don't always know what to say or what to do, so that can be difficult on them. And so I have a couple do's and don'ts and a couple things that are good things to say and not so good things to say. So first, some do's. I'd say lend an ear. Even if you don't know what to say, the person that's grieving might have a lot to say, but not necessarily need anything to be said back to them. They just need to be able to talk and get things off of their chest. So just being there for them in that aspect is something that would be good to do. I would also say to make sure you still check in after the funeral. A few weeks later, a few months later, is something that I noticed, that at the funeral, everybody's like, oh, we're there for you. If you need anything, just let us know. And then afterwards, everybody kind of goes back to their own lives, and you're left grieving. And a lot of times, we don't, not that we don't want to ask for help, but we don't think to do it. It's not something that crosses our mind. So I feel that it would be helpful, you know, a couple weeks down the line, a couple months down the line, that you kind of follow up on that. Did you check in on them? Make sure that your friends are still doing okay. Say you're making some chicken noodle soup and you just give them a call and say, hey, I'm doing this. You want me to drop some by for you? Little things like that, just to let them know that you're still out there for them, even though time has gone on. Some of the don'ts I have would be to not alienate your friends and kind of pull yourself away from them, because what you may not realize is that it's actually hurting them and adding to their pain. For example, when Annabelle went back to school, she was very distraught because not only had she lost her father, but now the kids weren't talking to her. They wouldn't come near her. It's like she had this disease, and that made it harder on her because she felt alienated and she felt like nobody wanted to be her friend anymore. And so that's one thing that I would definitely say would be something to not do with your grieving friends. I'd also say not give them a timeline for their grief. everybody's different, and personally I can say I don't think it will ever end. It gets easier, so to speak, but I don't think it'll ever end. I don't think there's really a timeline that you can put on grief. And a really big no-no is to not tell them to get over it. No. It's one of the toughest things that anybody can go through in life. And unless you've actually gone through it, and I mean, everybody's lost somebody, it's different. Especially unexpected deaths that you have no time to plan for, and there's no warning. To tell somebody to get over it is not cool. Not in my opinion. Maybe somebody else thinks it's okay, but I don't think it's something that you should be telling somebody who lost their loved one, friend, family, whoever it may be. So those are some do's and don'ts that I have for helping your coping friends. Some of the things that they have said to say that are good things to say. I'm sorry for your loss. Tell them about your favorite memory. So, like my favorite memory of so-and-so is, you're in my thoughts and prayers. I'm here for you if you ever need to talk, and how are you doing? And really mean it. And then listen to them, like I said in the beginning. They may go off on a tangent, and it may not necessarily be anything that they need you to talk to them back, say anything to them. They just may need to talk. Some bad things to say. There is a reason for everything. Aren't you over them yet? They've been dead for a while now. This one bothers me. It would be, you're young, you can still find somebody new. Yeah. If you don't really know me, you shouldn't be saying that kind of stuff. Even if you do know me, it does bother me, that one. Also, I know how you feel. That one I kind of didn't quite understand. I did see a site that said, what did they say? I don't remember, but I don't know. I guess I know how you feel. Maybe you do, but they say you don't necessarily always know how that other person feels, and be strong. So those were just some of the do's and don'ts that I have for myself, and some of the other things that I've seen that's good things to say and bad things to say to somebody who's grieving. So again, thank you to the individual who suggested that we talk about how you can help your friend or loved one that's grieving. And if you have any other suggestions, any topics that you would like covered, just let me know. Shoot me a message, and I will gladly talk about it. Again, this is Beth with Unearth Your Glow, and thank you for joining me on your Friday night. Talk to you later. Bye.